Hello Bishes, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna finally reveal all of the secret tools that I use to make the things that I make. I mean, at the end of the day, these things really aren't much of a secret, but I just kind of wanted to talk about them anyways. These are the things that I've kind of pretty much been using for the past 5 years, and throughout the sketchbook tours that you've seen and the art that I show on this channel or on my Instagram, these are the tools that I've been using to better my art or make myself a better artist. But please note at the same time that I am a storyboard artist who focuses more on drawing, draftsmanship, and if I do use color, it's not like my priority. Hopefully these are tools that also won't really break your wallet. Like, I'll be real, one of them might break your wallet, but at the same time, it's not that bad compared to other things out there. But also, I do have to make another disclaimer to remember that tools at the end of the day are just tools. They're there for you to use, but no tool can really improve your art other than you and your own discipline. These tools will definitely help you in your journey to improving your art, but they are not the solutions to helping you draw better hands, bodies, or animate better at all. They're just there for you to utilize and practice with. So my first tool that I have pretty much promoted for everybody in my life to get, people at work, my family, my friends, anyone who's been interested in art, I've been promoting the shit out of this item, and I do not understand why this company has not sponsored me yet, but at the same time they are so much better off without me. It's the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I have talked about it in other videos about how I make my comics on Instagram and just my digital art in general. But starting in 2017 is when I got this iPad Pro, so this is the 2017 version, and it's still been living with me to this day. I did not have to even upgrade the storage for the past 3 years, and let me just check which one I got exactly. 256 gigabytes, and to this day I still have a lot of space despite the fact that I draw so many comics on it almost every day. It is definitely one of my top art investments that I do not regret. When I was struggling with being motivated to get into doing digital art again or doing art for myself, one of the things that really held me back from doing personal art for myself again was the fact that I always had to be glued to a very uncomfortable desk, and sometimes I feel the most inspired when I'm just outside in a cafe or on my bed, and that is why the iPad Pro just really appealed to me since day one. Things used to be like me bringing a notebook or sketchbook to a cafe, I'll sketch there, and then I'll bring it back to my dorm or to the Cintiq labs, and then I'll trace over it. But what I love about just having something that's transportable is just the fact that I can create completely rendered artwork just from sitting in my room, a cafe, or somewhere that I should have just been having fun in. And especially during the time where I was not that motivated to create finished artwork that requires more effort than a lazy sketch, this really helped me with getting my art game back together because I felt more motivated to do colored drawings, finished drawings, which makes it easier to then post on social media. So it kind of created this domino effect of me just being able to get myself to create art and then post it on Instagram, where I feel more okay with sharing my artwork now. So that is why I recommend the iPad Pro, is because it'll just get you to draw if you really struggle with getting the motivation to draw. But now you don't have to only sit on your desk, and you can draw wherever you wish to. We are now done with iPad shit. I'm now going to talk about things that I used traditionally to help me better my foundational skills or actually get better at drawing on paper. And I just have to say that I am so upset that I learned about this today, but these fucking colored pencils, I had these since high school. They're the Utrecht colored pencils in the 48 bunch. I just learned that this product is discontinued. So for those of you who are wondering what the fuck is the deal with these colored pencils, they are so like waxy without being overly waxy, if you know what I mean. They are the reasons why I feel like my coloring skills got so much better, because they really taught me how to blend well, and they don't feel like these dry, cheap-ass Crayola colored pencils. Like, no hate to Crayola, but the way they just blend together is sex, okay? I'm sorry for using big girl words on my video, but I just gotta be real. This is so smooth when you color with it, and they're not like the overly waxy ones either. Like, they're just the right amount of dry and waxy, and you feel like you can create texture with them, and you feel, if you like sharpen the, sorry, I'm like getting really passionate about these colored pencils. Anytime you saw a sketchbook tour that I did, I always use these colored pencils because I feel like they create such a nice look to it. So now you might be wondering, well, Michelle, you just fucking promoted the shit out of these colored pencils and they're no longer available.
So what the fuck do we do?
Similar colored pencils to these are the Dick Blick pencils and the Koh-i-Noor colored pencils. I personally have not tried them myself, but I would say that if you could find colored pencils that at least have wax in it, that's something that will be super helpful, because I think that is one of the reasons why blending and shading was more enjoyable in this process. If you can find these colored pencils anywhere, whether it's on eBay or the fucking black market, you want to grab one of these before someone else takes it, because I think these colored pencils really helped me throughout high school and college, and I'm still using them after college. So I hope these never run out. I'm gonna try to limit my usage with them as much as possible just so I can have them for life. If you can't get one of these, try to check out one of the other two that I mentioned, and hopefully they will feel the same. I don't know if they will. Don't take my word on it. It is just what the internet said. If you do have any of the alternative ones I just mentioned, let me know in the comments below and, you know, help some other bitches out if they are also struggling with deciding on a colored pencil brand. We're now gonna move on to pens. Because what I think about pens is that they're your confidence boosters. Like they are the test of if you know how to draw something without fucking up, pretty much. I still fuck up with pens to this day. I just either cover them up with whiteout or post-its. So for many of you who have watched my sketchbook videos, a lot of the times I used pen directly to just draw some of my life drawings. When I was applying to different art schools and drawing in my sketchbook and portfolio, one of the things I heard that one of the teachers say online was that they really value line confidence in a student's sketchbook because it shows that they're confident in their strokes, they're confident in their lines, they're confident in life. I think what they really mean by that is that you really are not afraid to make bold choices with your lines. Before I even got super confident with my lines, I did put sketches underneath my pen drawings. I did draw with pencil first, and then I would erase the pencil afterwards just to like have a clean line art. For those of you who are like, what the fuck is a confident line? It's pretty much a line that, let's say you're drawing a girl, you can just draw the girl and make the strokes that define her leg without having to really sketch it out or do these little fucking sketchy strokes. Line confidence is kind of when you just fucking draw the line. That is her calf, that is her leg, that is not a furry leg, it's a leg. Anyway, let me just get straight to the point about what type of pens I use to get this line confidence. So one of the first pens I must promote is the Pentel Stylo. This is probably a regular like writing pen that people use to just write, but girl, this felt tip really helps you feel like you did not lose yourself from the paper. This tip really just helps you feel the texture of the paper while you're drawing on it, so it doesn't make you feel like you lost your grip, because sometimes pens can be slippery. For example, I feel like ballpoint pen can sometimes make you lose the line confidence just because it's so slippery. It's easier for you to just slip up. But I feel like when you draw with this type of pen, it really allows you to play with the weight of the line and stuff like that, so that when you're drawing, you just have more of a natural flow with this, and it doesn't feel like it's wet and that if you move your hand, it's gonna smudge and ruin the whole damn thing and then you get upset. And then next, any micron pens in general is fine. I don't really have a preference. As of now, I have the ones from Arteza, and I showed it in a previous video of me just drawing in a sketchbook. So I would say these micron pens are kind of really good for just general line drawing, like when you want to make a bold line on a piece of paper, this is going to make more of a statement than a ballpoint pen. The last pen that I'm going to promote is the Tombow pen, and many of y'all might even know this just from bullet journaling and whatnot. As you can see, I really just smothered the shit out of this pen with love that you just can't even see the name or label on it anymore. One side is kind of like a marker, but then this side of the brush is great for making strokes. So this side I would say is even greater for the line weight stuff. This really is helpful with achieving the whole calligraphy look without actually purchasing a whole calligraphy set, but at the same time it's still going to be looking like a pen slash marker. But for a sketchbook, I think this suffices. So I would say in terms of the line weight and whatnot, this triumphs the Stylo pen. And then the Arteza comes last in terms of the line weight, but in terms of making bold, confident lines in your sketchbook and practice drawing just directly with pen in a way that it's fun but also boosts your self-esteem, these pens are what did it for me. And again, it's what I use in a lot of the sketchbook tours that I've shown on this channel. And lastly, the last product I'm going to talk about that I feel like there's no specific brand you really need to this, it's really just whatever is this size, is I recommend getting small sketchbooks. And I feel like a lot of the times I see people carrying these big ass sketchbooks that are even bigger than themselves. For me, what I love about having a small sketchbook instead of having a big sketchbook is that you're pretty much manipulating your mind into thinking that you can get shit done. When you have a small sketchbook that's short and simple and small, you are more likely to get it done faster than if you got a big full-size sketchbook with a lot of pages. And again, going back to the person that I was in college when I really felt demotivated with art and I couldn't get myself to really draw things that I wanted to anymore, starting off with small sketchbooks was a great way for me to transition back into feeling confident with my art and feeling like I could actually get shit done, which is why probably throughout that whole time period when I gave sketchbook tours, they were in these pocket-sized sketchbooks. But the point of the matter is that you want to make drawing something that is approachable for yourself, because a lot of the times people don't get better at art just simply because they don't keep up with it throughout time and let themselves make mistakes and learn from them. It eventually becomes a self-esteem matter. I feel like some people struggle to really keep up with art just because it's hard to approach. It's something that seems like a big daunting task when you really want to achieve something great, but your physical ability to create it just is not there yet. But that's why I feel like small sketchbooks make the act of drawing a lot more approachable. By starting off with a small sketchbook, you are basically kind of setting yourself up for success. You're most likely going to finish this sketchbook than a big sketchbook. And once you finish this sketchbook and get out all your drawings, whether if they're beautiful or ugly, you're gonna think, hey, wow, I just finished this whole sketchbook. I'm gonna start a new one now. I feel like a lot of the times when you're stuck in the middle of a big sketchbook, you're less likely to finish it. But if you have a small sketchbook, I feel like it matters less and there's less to do, so you're more likely going to approach it and draw in it. By doing that, you're going to get yourself to draw more, and by getting yourself to draw more, you're going to be practicing more. And by practicing more, you're actually gonna get better at drawing. And that, y'all, is my secret to getting better at art, and you're actually going to manifest that shit if you keep it up. Other than that, I just really think small sketchbooks are cute. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video about me just getting super passionate about the art supplies that have stuck with me throughout the thick and thin. All of the things I mentioned will be linked below, so if you're interested in any of these, you can definitely check it out. Otherwise, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay wholesome, bitches.